I don't understand decaf coffee. Who would want coffee with no caffeine? We're watching Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer right now because my daughter is obsessed with Christmas. All things Christmas. Rudolph and Santa Claus and elves and the North Pole and reindeer. Everything. She's obsessed. So this is what we do year round. Yesterday she watched Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas, and now she's watching Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Okay, so I'm going to do a Q&A. I asked earlier on Facebook for some questions and I got some really good ones. So I'm just going to be answering them on the spot randomly as I come by them. Question number 1. I'm curious about counting macros. What does it mean and why do you flexible diet, or whatever it's called, as opposed to paleo or clean eating? This is a question I get all the time. As someone who has done all three, counting macros, paleo, and clean eating, I just want to say, if that's what you do, do it. If that's what you like, if that's what you believe in, do it. I struggled with, oh, am I eating enough of this? Am I doing enough of this? For a long time, and the whole paleo thing, I'm a firm believer that you should not ever cut carbs out of your diet, which is a lot of paleo belief. No processed foods and stuff like that, baby. And I could be totally wrong on that. There's so many different perspectives of the paleo diet. It's not what I enjoyed. I didn't like not having any kind of structure and being deprived of certain things. Basically just being able to eat pounds of bacon, but I couldn't have brown rice. That was my opinion on it. But if that's what you do, that's what you enjoy, do it. And clean eating, gosh, it's another thing. I didn't want to ever be consumed by, oh my god, I can't go have Taco Bell because of how disgusting the stuff is in it. Now, don't get me wrong, fast food products are horrendously disgusting. That, like, the stuff that they put in these things, gross, like, ew. But I really, really love Taco Bell quesadilla. I mean, who doesn't? So that's how I feel about it. I was kind of going insane, like, oh, is this organic? Is this non-processed? Does this come in a wrapper? Blah, 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 blah. So I finally, whenever I decided last year that I was going to compete in a bikini competition, heard about counting macros. And people hear that and they're like, what? What are macros? Macros are your macronutrients in your food. Everything that you eat has macronutrients, proteins, carbs, and fats. That is what, if it fits your macros, is based off of. Basically based on all the factors of your body, your exercise level, your athleticism, your goals, whether you're fat loss, maintenance, gain weight, are calculated to give you those three numbers: proteins, carbs, and fats. And that is your daily intake. You don't want to be over, you don't want to be under. It takes a lot of getting used to. You download MyFitnessPal on your phone and log all of your food and use the nutrition tab to calculate your macros. That's where flexible dieting comes in, because you learn that, okay, well, I'm going to save all my carbs so I can have a Pop-Tart later because I really, really want Pop-Tarts. And if y'all have watched any of my videos before, you know I'm like obsessed with Pop-Tarts. So, and I eat, yeah, I know y'all see them in my videos quite often, but I eat one, maybe a week. So that's where flexible dieting comes in. It allows you to be able to look up food, go to a restaurant with friends, maybe have some more normal people food, but you also start to learn, do I want to spend those 32 grams of carbs on one Pop-Tart, or do I want to spend those 32 grams of carbs on, say, some oatmeal and a banana, which is going to be a lot more filling. It's going to stay with you longer, make you feel full longer, and you're not going to be as hungry, and you're getting more volume in the end. But that's basically in a nutshell that question. Question number 2. How often do you have to re-motivate yourself? I have way too many days of negative thoughts and doubting myself, but you are further along and closer to competition where that ego sets in. Re-motivating myself, y'all, it's difficult because everyone is their own worst critic. Scarlett is trying to give y'all M&Ms right now. Go eat them, baby. Go sit at your table and eat your M&Ms. Motivation in the beginning, you're fired up. And then once you start prep, you notice, I have a lot of body fat to lose. I have a long way to go. So it's the struggle is definitely within yourself. And if you sort of block out the negative thoughts, don't look at other people who, all these fabulous fitness models, these IFBB Pro bikini competitors, and say, oh, I'm never gonna look like that, wah, wah. Instead, look at them and be inspired by them. Heck yeah, you can look like that with enough hard work and dedication. Yes, you can. I stay motivated by always, I guess, reaching for new goals. Bikini prep was my biggest one. Obviously, because I know that if I am not in the gym and I don't have control over my diet, then people are going to look at me on stage and go, why is she up there? So, and that's been my biggest motivation this whole prep, is that keeps me disciplined, is thinking about the possibility of someone in the crowd saying she was not ready to be on that stage. So at least I know that if I'm doing everything I need to do in the gym and with my diet, with prep in general, then I'm going to be the best version of myself that I can be, and at least I can't say I didn't do everything I needed to do. So I guess the answer to that question is always set yourself a goal, always work for that goal, and if you don't put in the work, you can't be mad at anybody but yourself. Question number 3, what do you plan on doing after your competition on March 28th? Will you just keep prepping for more? My plans post-comp are, with my work schedule this year, I am a wedding photographer. I shoot weddings on the 2 dates that I had considered competing again. I did not want to go out of this prep straight into another prep, which I could have done and competed in May, I think. There's a competition in May. And I didn't want that pressure on myself. I'm really proud of myself this far, and I want to be able to relax a little bit. My plans for after competition, though, are to do a reverse diet, slowly get my calories a little bit up to a maintenance level, because I want to maintain a cute, realistic leanness for summer. I'm gonna be in bikinis and stuff. I'm gonna be at the lake. I'm gonna be at the beach. I want to look good. I'm not about to start bulking. So those are my plans post-comp. I may or may not do the Formulation 1. I haven't decided yet. But if everything is going this way, then I may do Irving in January. Haven't decided yet. So those are my plans for after competition. Question number 4. What motivated you to start this fitness journey? Was it another competitor, another vlogger, just a random decision for vanity reasons, or based on health? Kind of a mixture of everything. I mean, really, who doesn't want to do this stuff for vanity reasons, basically? I mean, you look good. Doing this with a toddler is like brushing your teeth while eating Oreos. Just saying. Anyway, who doesn't start a fitness journey for any kind of vanity reasons as well? Everyone, no matter what they say, would like to look a little better. It's just human nature. I've always been fitness inclined. I've always watched what I ate, always wanted to be in the gym, always tried to keep track of some kind of athleticism so that I was staying in some sort of shape. I don't know. But I guess it was like, you know, you're young and dumb and you never really, I don't know, when you're in that mindset and you're young, you don't get serious about something typically. Some people do. I wasn't one of those people. So I started officially after I had Scarlett in 2012. Sit down. In 2012, and it all went from there. Started with 2 12-week boot camps. No, 2 6-week boot camps, I think. I don't remember. Christy, how long was your boot camp? I don't remember how long it was. I know I did 2 sessions of it, and that's what really kick-started my fitness journey, I believe. And it all just kind of fell into place from there. I started watching Nikki Blackadder's vlogs, and y'all, I'm obsessed with her. It's kind of weird, but I really hope I get to meet her one day because she's so awesome and she looks so good, and like, I don't know, I'm just kind of obsessed with her right now. Okay, question number 5. How much time do you actually spend daily in the gym? Do you feel it's better to go at night or in the morning? I spend anywhere from an hour to 2 hours in the gym a day. Now, the 2 hours typically happens when I see a friend and we start talking, or I'm trying new things that I haven't done before, or I have a training session with my coach. But typically, an hour is usually pretty average. And is it better to go in the morning or at night? That is totally up to your schedule. You're not gonna burn any more fat in the morning doing the same workout that you are in the evening, unless maybe you're doing it fasted, and I can't give any information about that because I don't know anything about that. But that's totally dependent on your schedule. Question number 6. How in the world do you get yourself to drink that much water? I don't know. I have a little 32-ounce cup that all I have to do is fill up 4 times, and I've got my gallon. And it's to the point now that if I don't drink a gallon, I feel like I'm dehydrated and dying. And you don't realize just how dehydrated, chronically dehydrated that you are until you start drinking an adequate amount of water every day. Sometimes I squeeze a little lemon in there. I just do, and I feel bad if I don't. Like, I feel not sick, I just don't feel like myself if I don't drink a gallon a day. Do you ever use the flavoring for water to help you drink more? I did, starting out, when I was trying to lose a bunch of weight. Starting out, I bought Mio, and I would use some Mio and stuff. They're 0 calorie, so really they're fine. Question number 7. What are some of your favorite dinner ideas and snacks? If it fits your macros, guys. That's kind of my answer for that. I eat a lot of chicken and green beans and Brussels sprouts, and that's kind of become my favorite meal, which is really odd considering I eat so much of it. But if it fits your macros. Question number 8. What advice, tips, or suggestions would you give someone contemplating competing at some point in the future? Good question. I say, get your mindset in it now and pick a show. That's exactly what I did last year. I believe it was March that I picked my, no, it wasn't March. No. It was like June or July that I picked the Phil Heath. And do it. Pick your day, pick what show you're doing, post it on Facebook, let the world know that you're doing it, post it on Instagram, post it on Twitter, whatever you do, tell all your friends and family about it, and then do it. Hire a coach. I can't stress this enough. hire a coach. First timers, unless you are a personal trainer and a nutritionist, hire a coach. In the very, very beginning, I said, oh, I can do this. I know enough about health and fitness. And the stuff that my coach has me doing, I would have never been on this level without her. So, thank you. Thank you. That's something I'm very passionate about. Start looking at suit designers. I don't care if you're 2 years out from your show. Look at your suit designer. Decide who you're going to use in order to look the best on stage. Nutritionists, if your personal trainer does not do nutrition, look into nutritionists. And start, if you have never lifted a weight, then I would definitely wait quite some time before I started my first show. It's a huge shock, even for people who are in and out of the gym all the time. It's a big shock. It's a big deal. It's a lot that you're putting your body through, but the changes come so rapidly, and that's why. Question number 9 or 10. What do you say to the people that give you a hard time about eating healthy and think you're crazy and don't enjoy food? I say, bleh. That's what I say. When someone looks at you over their pizza and is like, ew, is that what you're eating? Just shake your head yes and smile and continue eating it, because, you know, being polite and being the bigger person is what our moms taught us, right? If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So that's my advice for that. And besides, you're gonna look banging anyway, so what does it matter? That's all the questions, guys. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for my next video.